And I've only reviewed 3 Microsoft games in a row. I need to change it up. Welcome back to our early 2000s FPS month, where we go from one series counter game to a different series counter game. Not only is 2021 the 20th anniversary of Halo, Project Gotham Racing and the Xbox, but also the 20th anniversaries of the GameCube, Game Boy Advance, Max Payne, Devil May Cry, Eco, Pikmin, Shrek, Fast and Furious, 9/11, and the Croatian-made masterpiece, Serious Sam. This retro-style FPS is now considered a retro FPS. Hard to digest, huh? Crow Team was founded somewhere in Zagreb in 1992 by these 4 guys with names I cannot pronounce well. If the Japanese names it is fair game. After their foundation, they created some Eurojank you probably never heard of. What the hell is that Talos Principle? Shit, that's way later. In 1996, they set their sights on an original FPS. It was supposed to be called Flesh with a dark as fuck horror theme, but then it got bribed with In the Flesh, only to change again to Serious Sam. And because engine licensing was very expensive back then, they made their own and named it Serious Engine. Who do they think they are, Epic Games? After generating hype and feedback via public demo in 2000, Serious Sam, the first encounter, was released on March 2001 for Windows PC at first. It was then ported to Palm PDAs? What? And also the OG Xbox, and later on there were HD remasters and ports for newer systems. I'll be playing it using the Classic Revolution, which are the first and second encounters in one package by another indie dev team, which offers workshop support, so that's good. Here it is, folks, the most graphically intensive part of the game. Seriously, it needs this much processing power to run the damn menu. I feel like it might break my CPU if I stay here any longer. So I've been looking at how long to beat recently, it's self-explanatory, and I've checked the first encounter page and 6 hours to beat it? Really? For a game like this, I expect to be beaten in 3 hours, at least to me. Yeah, sometimes I don't trust this, so I'm going in on normal and... Now I get it. I'm going on easy because screw you. As for plot, because of course there's a plot, imagine the first 3 Mass Effect games, except Shepard has to travel through time to stop the Reapers in the ending of the 3rd one. Oh god, that would only make it worse, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's somewhat its backstory, really. Archaeologists discover remnants of an ancient advanced civilization, use it to go beyond the solar system, and gets cornerstomed by a major threat known as Mental, accidentally woken by Sam Stone. And so, the government sent Stone to do the time warp to ancient Egypt to rewrite history. Not too much, hopefully. The plot is as important as the XFL. This isn't the HD version, so no graphical comparison like in Halo. It looks great at the time with its large, expansive, and colorful levels, Egyptian aesthetic, and cheesy yet frightening enemy designs. There's even another effect where you get close to a wall, you see high quality grain like Unreal Tournament. Sound is good and very recognizable. You'll never get tired of that suicide bomber screaming at the top of their lungs, plus adding noises from an arachnoid and such to keep you alarmed. Much like Duke Nukem, Sam talks and gives one-liners, some contain the word serious in certain areas. More restrained than I thought.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye. That's right, it's all in the wrist. This is getting serious. Here comes trouble! Seriously, is that the best you can do?
It's seriously dumb, but I like it a lot. Composed by Damian Mravnak, the sound... How the fuck? The soundtrack is pretty good to listen to. Each level has at least 2 tracks, a combo one and a fighting one. Unlike something like Populous and New Beginning or Need for Speed 3, when you get into action, the combo section just fades out and pauses to play its fighting version until it's over. Still, quick quality of life improvement to keep you attended. The beginning of the first level song reminds me of the cover of Night from Halo and vice versa. I'm not gonna talk about each individual level here. This is more of a general talk since there isn't anything important to discuss in detail, unlike in Halo. All you do is shoot, 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 progress to the next level, shoot, pick up items, shoot, progress to the next, shoot, shoot, defeat a boss, that's it. As for the story, well, you travel around Egypt to find the 4 elements, then head to the Metropolis, find the important item, go to Phoebe's to place those items, then activate the transmitter so that this ship will go down there, and defeat this one final boss at the pyramids. Yeah, I just played the whole game, didn't I? Like I said, it's as important as the Kiss Demon. Speaking of which, so this is what a retro style FPS looked like back then, huh? I'm guessing those FPSs these developers play starting on either Doom or even Unreal. Yeah, for most of the game, you go through one end of the level to try finding another to progress, but unlike those, the levels are fucking huge and they have loads of enemies in one stage, especially those that spawn right as you move a muscle or pick up an item. Yes, Doom and Quake have a tendency to have enemies spawn as you progress through the level, especially on the harder difficulties, but at least they don't have giant as fuck battles instantly in the game. This feels more like I'm playing Smash TV than Doom. You go through the level, get locked in an arena until you kill enough enemies to leave, and you score points of all things. Plus it throws you some bullshit. Just as you thought you're about to have some respite as you go back, boom! No sweat spawn right behind you. If you see plenty of ammo, health, and armor in the room before a big arena, expect either a boss or a gauntlet of spawning enemies that go on for 10 minutes, give or take, including breaks until you pick up a specific thingy to continue. Man, I'm glad that the Scorpion Centaurs are the only hit-scanning enemies in the game, albeit really annoying. Early in the game, we confronted by headless soldiers with varying offensive methods, like the infamous suicide bombers, the ones that always scream. Then there's these knockoff pinking demons, some actually fly nameless. Alien skeletons that charge and throw things at you, the fucking balls, and these fucking suicidal frogs. God, they're so annoying, especially the latter. You're gonna go through waves after waves of them, and you're gonna run out of health quickly. They're worse than those Infectoids from Halo. As for the former, the only good thing about them is that one of them let me get past this wall, sequence breaking in the process. Other than that, they made me give up on the game with this part of the last level, on the easy difficulty. Up until that point, I almost never dropped my health below 100. Fuck 'em. Anyways, here's the biomechanoids of varying sizes and weapons, same as the Alondra reptiloids, which shoot humming fireballs at you, although the small green ones are more common. Electric fishes make it a sewer level even worse on harder difficulties. Oh yeah, of course it's a sewer level. These harpies, put them in the thumbnail. And finally the lava golems, that can spawn more of their kind. Thankfully the rest are not as annoying as the frogs and the balls. If it weren't for easy mode, I wouldn't progress past the dunes level. The weapons are no slouch either. You start with a revolver and a knife. Who cares about the knife? You'll quickly find another one very early in the game. That should be enough for all of them. This is one of the only two weapons that you have to reload, in this case every 6 or 12 shots. You'll find a shotgun a few minutes in. Not the best, but it does the job well. At the third level, you'll find a double shotty, longer to reload than the regular, but still packs a punch. There's the atomic gun and the minigun, the latter of which wastes more bullets. The laser gun, the rocket and grenade launchers, I don't use the latter often, and the devastating cannon, useful for crowd control. The last two can be launched further by holding the left mouse button. It's a more than small yet capable arsenal, and great for playing quick tactics. Have a lot of froggets in the arena, shoot a rocket, they won't self-harm you. Oh shit, have I talked enough about the game? That was really abrupt. I felt like I didn't care about the game at all. There's 2 secret levels which I couldn't find. I'm bad at this game. Oh yeah, the elephant in the room, the Trixa, yeah, that. She's annoying. Not much like Cortana, she gives you info on the levels, enemies, and weapons the first time you witness them. Yeah, it's annoying whenever you get a new message and have to keep pressing the middle mouse button to stop nagging you. Okay, now I've talked enough about the single player campaign, besides the secret levels. There's multiplayer, split screen and online /LAN. I will try the former, but I don't know if anyone want to play with me. And I will try it online, but most of the time there's barely anyone playing yet. There's also the toolkit, which includes a map editor, a modeler, and a Ska Studio? While the map editor is daunting to see and actually use, it at least gives you a tutorial and how-tos to help you out. Still wish it was a lot more simplified, but at least it's better than expand rallies. For some reason, every time I quit, I get an error message. How weird. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. It's my mentality whenever I upload a review of mine. It happened with my Halo review recently, but I had some fun, even if Medium kicked my ass more than I anticipated. You know, to switch to easy. While I kind of suck at this game, I did a lot worse than playing Halo on Medium. At least I finished that. Aside from that, overall, it was good. I'm sure you'll enjoy some challenge and fun gameplay, even if it can get as cheap as the price of this compilation. It seemed after this game, all Crew Team does is Serious M this, Serious M that. Oh, what is that? After the first game, they did an expansion pack, Second Encounter in 2002, where Sam does the same song and dance of killing and stealing in all Central America, Babylon, and Poland for some reason. It includes new levels, new enemies, new weapons, all that new shit. While it is a direct follow-up, it's not a fully fledged sequel. 3 years later, they made Serious Sam 2, which is, a thing. After a bit of a hiatus, Crow Team returned to make HD versions of the first and second encounters, and later released a third game in 2011. Except this is a prequel to the first game. Then a year ago, after many spin-offs from other developers, they made Serious Sam 4, which is a prequel to Serious Sam 3, which just boggles my mind. But who needs to know about the plot anyway? Come on! Woo! Want to go, baby! For my next game, I'll be sticking with time travel with a cult classic that never got a PC release. Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines? Hey, whatever happened to Marie anyway? Haven't seen her since May. Shit!
We meet again, Sophie.
How did you... Oh yeah, public YouTube channel. So I'm guessing you're here to get your revenge for escaping the place, huh?
But of course. Obviously, why else would I bring my sword?
Don't you dare kill us both.
I'd love to, but I'm in the mood for a torturous playtime with you in my dungeon. After all, I have taken your girlfriend hostage there. If you want to meet her again, come to me. But be warned, you're gonna suffer the harshest whips and gashes deep enough to last a lifetime. I won't go easy on you.
Aw, he's not supposed to scare me. Ever since I've entered third stage, I've been gradually becoming sadomasochistic, mostly heading to the latter side. I like to thank my mother for giving me the quick healing factor.
Funny you should say that. I'm also a sadomasochist, except more on the former side. And you've chosen badly, my friend.
As long as I get to see her again, it doesn't matter. After all, what Sophie wants, Sophie gets. Nice mask, by the way. Unfortunately, it's not very useful during a pandemic. And did your host get implants between our meetings?
Technically, yes. Oh, about that.
You're shitting me.